varsity home game of the season. All right, get them some due television time here as they take Alcona. That's making a big trip up here from somewhere on the east side of the state.
Sunrise side.
Sunrise side, yeah. So we got the three of us, the three amigos, the three musketeers, whatever you want to call it, that comes in threes, the three bananas, I don't know.
Yeah, we're kind of set up by height, as I can see, too.
Yeah. Got Charles Trail, Eric Huffman, and myself, Shane Smith here, bringing this one to you live. Charlevoix taking on the Tigers of Alcona here. Both teams looking for their first win as they come into the season, and we bring on the scoreboard for you. Alcona comes into this one 0-5, Charlevoix 0-4. They've met some tough competition so far to begin this year.
Oh, boy, did they.
Oh, yeah. So both teams primed and ready to look for their first win. That's a positive. No matter what happens out of this game, one team is going to go home with their first win of the season. So you're looking forward to that.
Yeah, absolutely. We just saw the Charlevoix ladies play. We were over in Harbor Springs for the boys' game, but I caught it was a double varsity night, so we were able to catch the girls over there in Harbor Springs. A very tough opponent that night, and I just mentioned it last night with one of the premier girls players in the state, and Olivia Flynn for Harbor Springs, and that was kind of a lopsided game. Don't need to mention that score.
Right.
And Charlevoix's had an issue putting points on the board. I think they've scored 10 or 14 points each in their last two games, averaging probably somewhere in the teens for a game. Alcona averaging somewhere a little slightly above that, but again, both teams 0 for the season, so somebody is at least going to go home happy.
Both teams 0 and neither team has scored more than 35 points in any of their games to begin. So we're hoping to change some trends here tonight in a positive way and have both teams meet some success here tonight in this game, get some above-average scoring. That's what we love to see here at Next Level Broadcasting. Keeps our eyes peeled open. Some good scores.
Looks like both teams might be ready. Don't know if they will just cut the clock off and move on to the anthem here.
Yeah, and when they do, we'll send it down to our PA announcer tonight, who is Casey Meadows. We've had the pleasure, or at least I have anyway, of calling a few different games with him over the last couple of years, basketball especially. Great young man, gentleman down there. And a very talented daughter that he's had play basketball over the years as well. A senior, Emma Meadows, who will be calling her name a number of times tonight, no doubt. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, we will send it down to Mr. Meadows, take care of our national anthem, get into our starting lineups, and we'll be back here in just a few moments.
Good evening and welcome to Charlevoix High School for tonight's varsity girls basketball game between the visiting Alcona Tigers and your hometown Charlevoix Raiders. Charlevoix Raiders student athletes would like to show their support and commitment to sportsmanship. We understand this to include respect, responsibility, and restraint. It is citizenship in action. We ask you, as parents, fans, and officials, to join us in making this a positive experience for all involved. Ladies and gentlemen, the Star-Spangled Banner recalls our past and ongoing fight for freedom. Freedom of diversity and our responsibility to promote respect and equality for all. Let us be united in those efforts tonight as we join together in honoring our country with the playing of our national anthem.
We have Charles giving us a nice pan in there, and we get around to the Alcona side of the basketball court here. We're going to get into our starting lineups for the Tigers. Normally I would say go Tigers, but not this time around.
Wait for April, my friend.
That's right. We have the Lions to get through first, that cat team. All right, now to begin into our lineups here, we've got, get some crowd cheering out of the way. There we go, senior, number 3, Riley Tracy. Following after her, sophomore, number 4, Claire Summers. Number 20, junior, Lauren Travis.
A lot of fifth quarter players for Alcona.
Yeah. Number 22, senior, Grayson Tracy. And last but not least, number 24, sophomore, Ileana Grimshaw. Karina Charbonneau, the coach for the Tigers.
Yeah, let's give a shout out to the coach real quick. She is coaching both teams, so a little extra weight on this lady's shoulders putting this program together.
Well, we wish her all the best of luck in the future, but we'll get into our starting lineups now for the Raiders with number 3, Hannah Miller. A junior, now a senior. Number 10, Emma Meadows. Number 15 is sophomore, Ayla Kemp. Her big sister, Anna, a big part of the Raider programs here over the last few years, softball, basketball, you name it. And now freshman 21, Maggie Schaefer.
Daughter of the greatest UPS driver on the planet.
That's right, Trent Schaefer. And last but not least, senior, number 32, Sarah Waglandowski, rounding out the starting 5 for your Raiders. And head coach for the Raiders, Reese Kepke, in his, I believe, 3rd year now. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, just about ready to get underway with tip-off here.
Yeah, I'll be curious to see from the JV game, Alcona was running mostly a 2-3 zone. So I'll be curious to see, obviously with the same coach, if they'll use that same strategy and if Charlevoix prepared some offense for it.
And later on, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be bringing in the Eric Huffman coach cam. It's becoming a favorite thing here amongst not only ourselves, but our viewers as well. So we'll be happy to bring that in. But in the meantime, we've got Sarah Waglandowski going up against Eliana Grimshaw.
Yeah, you don't want a guy 5'7" doing the jump ball.
No. And away we go. The Raiders winning the tip to begin the game.
And Alcona will start out in that 2-3 zone.
Passing around early to
kind
Shaver.
of a 4-out, 1-in. Not too much to work on against the zone with the 4-out, 1-in.
Yeah.
And let's see if you can't penetrate the paint with that, or if we're just going to dish it around and look for an outside shot.
Emma Meadows on the banker for the first 2 points of the game. Good start.
Get some inside action, some inside screens going eventually. You can open up the paint.
And a long pass up court here to a wide open Miss Grimshaw.
Hard thing, if you don't get a good double team, you're going to give up passes down the court. We've gone over that a few times already this year.
Quick 2-2 start for both of these teams. Only 45 seconds has gone by so far. Miller lets that one slip through for a moment.
Pitching a tent down underneath the block. You got to have your head up and be able to see her.
That pass blocked momentarily by Grimshaw. Meadows working in the corner. A lot of pressure there. Gets it off to Shaper. Now to Miller, and around up top we go to Kemp to the far corner. Up and away, no good. Opening shot from Miss Meadows.
Almost like a mock-up runner play from the old Haskey days where you have that one person going from baseline to baseline.
And inside we go to the paint. Riley Tracy putting up her first shot, no good. Schaefer there on the rebound, taking it back the other way. Pretty quick pace so far for the Raiders to begin. Ayla Kemp now at the top. Back to Schaefer. And just as I say that, we slow right on down. Pass inside, just a little bit too tall there for Waglandowski to pick up. Goes back into the paws of the Tigers.
Right idea, though, just the timing of the ball going over the top and then releasing from your defender to go get it.
Claire Summers inside again to Grimshaw. We got our first foul on the floor. So it'll come on 32, Sarah Waglandowski, her first, team's first so far. Grimshaw at the line.
Yeah, for the first 2 minutes, not a bad pace to start the game.
Yeah. Both teams with a bucket, good passing around court. And we'll bring our free throw cam on there. Up and away just off the heel. Picked up by Schaefer, and back the other way we go. Passed off to Kemp, now to Meadows in the corner, meeting a lot of trouble there against Tracy. Dumps that off to Miller, now to Kemp once again. Raiders not able to get much penetration inside so far. Just as I say that, Kemp throws one up, not able to connect there.
Yeah, she
Grimshaw on the rebound.
Almost got a little bit of a hip block there, but she was able to get position, at least get the shot off. Nice deflection.
Yeah. Kemp there, you can tell, learned a lot from her bigger sister on the years of the basketball court that she's contributed here to the Raider program. Excellent player against herself there. Grimshaw picks up the blocked shot. And now the big three ball, no good by Tracy, into the hands of Miss Kemp once again.
The Charlevoix got to be careful with their zone, too. They're giving up, they're over-rotating, giving up the backside.
Miller just a little bit too powerful there off the glass. Back the other way. Grace and Tracy now with the ball.
Good job by Schaefer to stop the ball, make him set up.
5 minutes to go here in the first period. A 3-2 lead so far held by Alcona. That one slips through the claws of a Tiger, and back the other way we go with Schaefer in control. Quick pass back and forth. Miller now working against her opposing Riley Tracy. Raiders passing around the perimeter now inside to Meadows. That one will be off her fingertips, back the other way to the Tigers.
Again, right idea. I know what she was trying to do. Just not quite in the right position to get that pass off. You had that defender in the way.
So both teams started out hot here. Got baskets in the opening 45 seconds of the game. And in the 3 minutes since, nothing other than a free
Miller's
throw.
foul is because what she needs to do is put a foot on that sideline and stand there, and then the guard brings the offensive player over to them for that double team. Giving up the sideline, put her in position to reach in.
Lauren Travis here. Pass inside to Grimshaw. Broken up.
Probably.
We'll have a jump ball scenario favoring the Tigers.
Yeah. He almost looked like he wanted to call the travel, but the right call was to call the jump ball on that one.
So with Alcona getting another shot, Tracy taking care of the inbound under the basket.
Nice
Back
quick
inside
dump
to Grimshaw, or excuse me, Tracy we go, and around up top once more. Now it's Grimshaw with the ball under the basket, draws another foul. So the foul.
That's 2 on her already.
Tallest player on the Raiders squad. Not what Coach Kepke here was looking to have. So that'll be sending her to the bench here in just a moment.
And the issue down there is she's setting up behind her while you've also got backside help coming over. So she needs to get in front that pass. And then that pass will either get thrown to her or not thrown at all. But even if the player does get it, you've got backside help.
So both free throws made there by Grimshaw. 5-2 game. Miller with it. Back around to Schaefer we go. Once again, struggling to get anything inside the paint, and that'll go right through Kemp's hands once again. Back to the Tigers we go.
Thought her partner was in the corner, but she had already left.
Yeah. And that's a big thing that you talk about with us on the broadcast frequently, Eric, is communication, especially in quiet courts like these. Really
there's
there's
no excuse to not have good communication, especially when it's quiet. And positive communication at that.
Tracy looking to get it off just in the nick of time. Off to Grace and Tracy.
So you can still double that there if you run up to it. Now we're going to get over and back. Even if that pass gets past the first player and you're getting closer to half court, you can still double that there. Like last night, when as soon as the ball got past half court, you had a trap in that little upper corner there.
Kemp off to Miller. The Raiders looking to get their first basket since the 7:32 mark in the beginning of this game. In just about 4 minutes now. Meadows has something to say about that and drains a big three. Tie ball game, 5 apiece. And that might help spark the Raiders a little bit here.
Yeah, all of a sudden they got a little more talkative out there.
Yeah. Missed shot there, picked up on the rebound by Wyglandowski, staying out on the floor even with 2 fouls. The only player with that tally so far in the game. Schaefer puts up 2. That one bounces around and away and back into the hands of Lauren Travis. But she get a little bit too much of a head of steam on her. Back the other way with the Raiders once again, and Schaefer taking a moment to set things up.
Good job by Hannah Miller hustling down and knocking that ball away.
Kemp there not able to get the 3 ball to fall in, so it'll remain a 5-point game each team so far. Tracy now inside, putting that one up no good. Blocked there nicely by Anna Kemp. And
nice outlet by Schaefer.
She'll take it up
Keep
here.
the possession. Don't need to force it now. You didn't get anything off it. Looks like a timeout.
Yep. Our first timeout of the game taken by the Raiders. That'll be a full timeout, so we will step aside for our first commercial break of the game and be back here in about 30 seconds.
Charlevoix State Bank was founded in 1994 to provide exceptional local service to our northern Michigan community. With 6 locations in Charlevoix, East Jordan, Boyne City, Ellsworth, and Beaver Island, we're here to make banking easy right here in your neck of the woods with people you know. Charlevoix State Bank believes in the positive lessons of high school athletics and is a proud sponsor of tonight's game.
And here we are, ladies and gentlemen, coming back into this one. Raiders taking a full timeout, just about 18 seconds to go. So if you're Coach Koepke, you know, you had a solid game plan so far. Both teams tied at 5 apiece. You had a big 3-pointer sunk by Meadows just a moment ago. What are we looking at here?
I would still keep pressing, but I would switch it up. I wouldn't go 1-2-2. I'd go 2-2-1. That way you're not giving up anything over the top. And as long as your girls are rotating properly, they should be able to take anything deep or over the top and then get your good double teams up front. And then you need to get more than one person going through the paint or setting some screens because you can get a lot of points in the paint outside of this 4-out, 1-in that they've been running to start the game.
Newcomer in tonight's game, Brooklyn Schwanke, as well as Dana Brown. And she has the ball currently back off to Maggie Schaefer. A little miscued there. Schaefer there to pick things back up. Kemp working inside, didn't like that. Triple team. Schaefer takes it for herself, gets a Raider bounce, and the Raiders have the lead for the first time tonight.
Nice take by Schaefer. I wasn't sure if they were going to get her for the travel, but she caught it in stride, and they let her have her step and a half.
Kemp credited with the assist there as well. Even keeled, 2 minutes left to go, and the Raiders hold a 2-point lead, 7-5. Yeah, as Riley Tracy here, trying to get it off. Finds, I'm guessing, her older sister, Grayson Tracy. She works her way to the arc. And a nice steal again by Schaefer. Dumps that one off to Kemp, and she puts up 2 more. And now the Raiders have the biggest lead so far of the game, 4 points, 9-5. Still a minute and a half, just over that to go in the first period.
Maggie could have taken the layup, but I decided for the assist.
Yeah, good team sport there. And to the game now, Hannah Renchinsky, number 32 there on your screen. We also want to give credit where credit is due to a number, well, I would give it to her, but we don't have a 20 on our program for the Raiders, but a big 3-ball sunk. I apologize, a long 2 by Grayson Tracy.
That thing looked like it was deflected when it left her hand.
Well, good for her. She had enough mustard on it to get it in the basket.
Well, as I wait for the replay on my phone.
Okay, so it was a 3-pointer. I thought it was. So it'll be 9-8 instead of 7.
Yeah, somebody deflected that on the way there.
Riley Tracy finally, well, finds Anna Kemp the wrong player to find there. Yeah, Schaefer floats that
Good
one up
open
and
shot
in.
to take.
Yep. Hey, when you have a moment like that, wide open, why not? The
Yep.
Raiders go back to a 3-point lead.
Get to your spotter, find your man. Don't let him get a ball easy down low like that.
Grimshaw not able to make it in off the feet.
She's hobbling up a little bit, too.
Piper Whitefield there. Anna Kemp and the Raiders with 36 seconds to go. Schaefer off to Schwenke now.
Yeah. There you go, inside. Especially against the zone. You get 2 quick passes, you can find an open shot.
Oh, nearly made there. That will go back to Alcona. Coming back in, Emma Meadows replacing Anna Kemp, giving her a rest on the bench for the final 24.5 seconds of the period. Between the two Tracy sisters here, Riley and Grayson. Back to Piper Whitefield, not able to connect there. Schwenke on the rebound, 13 seconds to go. Schaefer to Meadows.
Kind of a 1-3-1 setup right now for Charlevoix.
Dana Brown bobbles it momentarily, gains it up, passes it, and broken up just in the nick of time. No shot there for the Raiders as time expires, so will remain a 3-point, 11-8 lead that the Raiders have over the Tigers. So with that, we will step aside for another commercial break and come back in about 1 minute with the beginning of your second period action. Stay tuned.
Business owner, you learn to wear a lot of hats. The custodian hat, the IT hat, and well, the you should have called a professional hat. Auto Owners takes care of your business insurance, so you can take care of everything else. That's simple human sense.
Ask Bingham Insurance Services in Charlevoix if auto owners make sense for you.
Unique gifts, home accessories, wedding items, and so much more. The Lake House on Bridge Street offers so many things to make your home or even your visit to Charlevoix that much more special. When you want beautiful items that reflect Charlevoix the beautiful, stop in or visit them online at thelakehousecharlevoix.com for your own keepsake and your own personal memory of Charlevoix.
And welcome back in, ladies and gentlemen. The Raiders here with a block shot. We'll have a jump ball scenario coming up. As I get our quarter changed here.
I think that should have been a foul on Dana Brown, but a jump ball nonetheless.
There we are. Little confab between Coach Charbonneau and the refs.
I think they're trying to figure out exactly what he was calling.
Coach wasn't exactly thrilled about the jump ball.
Well, the issue was there was no other hands on the ball, and she was kind of going side to side with no other person with their hands on the ball. So I think that's what the question was. I thought it was going to be a foul called, and then he called a jump ball.
The call will stand as a jump ball. Alcona will have it irregardless. As they come back across the timeline, Claire Summers in control. Back around to Piper Whitefield. And the long two-pointer there put up by Tracy, no good. We'll have another whistle down here on the floor. Knocked out of bounds, remaining Alcona ball.
Good effort by Sarah, though. Jumping high to get that rebound. Just got knocked out of bounds.
And a big put-up, no good there by Summers. The rebound, and yet another foul drawn against the Raiders.
Dana Brown on that foul.
Yeah. So it'll be her first, team's first this period.
Dana Brown, we sponsored her for Venetian Queen over the summer.
That's right. Neighbor of mine. Nice family indeed. As Lauren Travis goes up to the line here, misses her first free throw attempt.
possible lane violation. Yeah.
So be against Alcona there.
Brooklyn Schwinky went in early, so yeah, they're giving him another shot.
Yep. Well, there you go.
Third time's a charm.
That's right. So with that, Schaefer taking it back here for the Raiders. 7:15 to go. No good on the long ball by Emma Meadows. She made a big three earlier to bring the Raiders right back into the game.
Yeah, that was a confident shot, that's for sure.
So I tell you
Good
what.
heads-up play.
Schwenke's
They're
got
not in front of you.
confidence.
Go up strong. Oh.
Decides to get it off to Schaefer instead. No
caught
good.
too far under the basket for that layup.
And in just a moment, we're going to be bringing in our special guest tonight, Logan Watkins.
Mr. All-State Logan
right.
Watkins. Get it right.
All-Stater on the football team. Basketball star here in Charlevoix. Does a bit of everything. And coming in for the Tigers now, Grayson Tracy. And 24, Eliana Grimshaw as well. Wow, you could hear a pin drop, ladies and gentlemen. But with that, we will bring in Charles here to interview our very special guest tonight. Charles, welcome in.
Yeah, well, thanks, guys. Thanks for having us on. It's a interesting and always a fun opportunity to bring on a Charlevoix All-Stater whenever we have the opportunity to do so. Last year, we brought on Landon Swanson after his All-State year, and Braden Greensky as well, and talked to those guys after they were voted to their All-State for last year's team. Logan, first of all, I want to say welcome. How are you feeling tonight?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good, Charles. Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. So yesterday it was released, or I believe maybe Monday or over the weekend, that you were nominated for First Team Division VII All-State for football, and I know that you worked really, really hard over the last couple of seasons to get yourself not only at a good playing weight to be able to sustain the level that you played at all season long. If you wouldn't mind.
Playing weight, he's as skinny as I am.
I mean, hey, for some people, Eric, gaining weight is a hard thing to do. But just talk about how you had to approach it so that way you would build yourself up to be able to handle the kind of workload that you would need to have to get those type of accolades that you received.
Well, I'm a smaller guy, so I'm always eating. Okay. And most of it comes from my coaches. They've helped me a lot through the strength program that we do here. So that's mainly where it's all coming from, and a lot of hard work in the off season gets me prepared for the season.
Sure. I mean, obviously, being a smaller guy, it's fun because you're always eating, right? It makes it easy. They say eat, and it's like, okay, yeah, I can do that. And, obviously the accolade speaks for itself, but do you have, any idea in mind of the people that you would, want to thank most for, whether it's getting you into the weight room, putting you in the right positions to be successful? If you have those shout-outs, anybody that you wanted to shout out and, thank and show your appreciation to for, this award that you got.
Yeah, first off, I just want to thank my parents because obviously they've been pushing me through my whole life to get through everything. And then they've also driven me to the weight room before I could drive and everything. And then another shout out is to my coaches because they've been pushing me throughout this whole experience. And they've always been by my side throughout the whole thing, which has been great.
Obviously, here Charlevoix football head coach Don Jessen, the youth program, has created a culture of winning. You guys had another 7-win season this year. And in your career playing varsity, you've either won 7 games, 8 games, or last year winning 9 or 8 regular season games and making it to the district championship. What kind of legacy do you want to leave here in Charlevoix as it pertains to, when you come back and watch a football game, you'll feel proud knowing that you were a part of something bigger than just you in the year that you made All-State?
Obviously I want to come back and be like, this is a winning football program, and I kind of helped start that out. But at the same time, I want all those guys to go out there and have fun. All those younger guys, they see us all playing with a smile on our faces and having a lot of fun. And that kind of stems from just us winning football games. So when you win football games, it's fun. but they also got to learn that when you're losing, you also got to have fun, you know?
Yeah, and that's one of the things that you need to keep a good perspective on, and I'm really glad that you brought that up, as we got a hell ball, jump ball will favor Charlevoix here. But also, we'd be remiss if we didn't mention that your teammate Brady Warchaw, honorable mention for All-State. So, shout out to Brady, and shout out to the work that he put in as well, and another guy in your senior class that worked hard to garner the accolades that he garnered. So, and obviously, I don't know if I heard you, but you thank those offensive linemen, right?
Oh, all the time. Every time you see me in the end zone, that comes from the guys on the O-line. They've been working their butts off in the off season and during the season, just being able to get me and all the other guys like Brady Warchell into the end zone.
So is that like on the onus of the running back, or is it more so on the onus of the quarterback to make sure that the offensive lineman's taken care of? It's quarterback. It's quarterback, right? You make sure the quarterbacks take care of the offensive lineman, right?
Yep. The quarterback, he's a big part of it. But the offensive linemen, they do all their own things, and they're always having fun kicking butt, and they push everybody in practice. It all starts up front with them, and then on defense, it starts with all those guys, the D-line.
You got some characters on the offensive and defensive line. I think one of those characters would be highlighted if we didn't mention Hunter Lemerand, the center for this year's team, and also playing linebacker on defense. But certainly one of the characters to go along with Sawyer Blazik, another character on that defensive line and offensive line for that matter. So definitely have to give a shout out to all those offensive linemen. Now let's talk some hoops. And I know that these guys over here have some questions that they want to talk to you about the season as it's unfolding right now. 3 wins, 2 losses, 2 really tough losses, one to Harbor Springs and one to Petoskey. Fortunately, you don't play another team from Emmett County for quite some time, which is good. Talk to us about how the season is progressing, how the team's starting to unfold, and how you guys seem to be coming together here, and how your team seems to be led by the defensive principles that you guys like to play.
Yeah, we got a great team coming. Most of our starting 5, we've been playing together for 5 or 6 years now. So we got some good chemistry already. And then with our lack of height, except for Jackson Krause, who's about 6'2", 6'3", but all of us other guys are under 6 foot, and we just like to play fast and scrappy.
I got a quick question for you. With talking about with football, with your with the conditioning and whatnot, and getting in the weight room and whatever, how does your workout and getting through the football season transition into your basketball preseason and getting into basketball condition? How prepared are you, and how much shorter does it take for you to get basketball ready after being in football?
I'd say this year it took me about a week to get ready, because obviously that tough loss to St. Francis again. That kind of killed.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so that was tough. And then I've also been dealing with a little bit of an ankle injury throughout that season. But after that, I've been feeling good, and I was ready to go.
Awesome. Yeah, because you worry about being able to go up and down the court and whatnot. And so you wonder how your conditioning transitions, and if you're in basketball shape enough. Obviously, being in the playoffs, too, you don't get as much time to prepare for basketball. And some people get even less, depending on how far they go. So I've always wondered how important your football conditioning is to help transition into basketball, especially when you have a short window to start your first game.
Yeah, that basketball conditioning, it's a lot of up and down, a lot of movement changes. But with all that, and our coach Troshak, he helps all of us, because there's a couple other guys who came from football along with me, like Ryan Pearl, for example. But we had some off-season stuff that we did at the same time during football a little bit.
Okay.
So it was pretty quick to get into basketball shape.
Now, do you guys do team bonding? Do you guys do go out and do things, getting ready for a game? Do you guys go and watch games together? What's the brotherhood like?
Well, we have a committee. He goes by the name of Jack Terryberry. So that's our committee. Him and Coach Troshak, they plan a lot of stuff. So this Friday, our game actually got canceled. So they're planning something. We just had a Google form sent out for everybody. So we're going to vote on what we'd want to do.
Okay.
But they're really good at setting up stuff. And then along with that, we'll have some team bonding stuff where we'll just go to somebody's house for a team dinner, and we'll watch some film. And It's a lot of fun.
Awesome.
Well, we want to thank you for coming on and chatting with us for a little bit here. Obviously, congratulations once again on your first team accolades for football in the Division 7 coaches pool. And good luck the rest of this year, and we'll see you in 2025 back on the hardwood. Actually, take that back, December 30th versus Glen Lake. I don't know if you were aware, but that one got rescheduled. Yeah. Now, you guys beat Glen Lake last year. Obviously, I don't know if you've seen any film of them, but they're smoking teams right now. So we're looking forward to seeing you guys play against them because you beat them last year, and quite frankly, you guys match up pretty well versus what they like to do. You guys are an opposing style of play, and it's always fun to see opposing styles square off on the hardwood. So, Logan, from the three of us up here, thanks for taking time out of your evening to join us, and enjoy the rest of the night. Go hang out with your friends and enjoy the holiday break.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Yep.
Have a Merry Christmas.
Thank you.
All right, well, as we take care of that, it's always a treat to have kind of sports royalty up here, if you will, when it comes to the high school population. Very, very talented young man there, and Logan Watkins, a bright future ahead of him. But I tell you what, speaking of bright spots right now, it's the Raiders offense. They've kind of picked up a little bit here. The girls are up by even keeled 8 points so far, 21-13 with just under a minute and a half to go here in the first half, Eric.
Yeah, credit the freshman, Maggie Schaefer, with 6 points in the first half, and good hustle play.
Yeah, very nice to see her doing
she
so well.
She thought about that three.
As one of her skill set might do, especially at such a young age. Great to see some talent here building up in the ranks of the Raiders. Emma Meadows putting up a three-pointer there, no good. She's been doing quite well tonight also.
Kemp got caught too far under the basket. When you get caught staring up and looking at the rim, you got nowhere to go to catch that rebound except letting the defense have a better shot at it.
Square 60 seconds to go here in the first half. Alcona only scoring a couple of points so far in this entire period. Mostly been the Raiders. As I say that, Miss Grimshaw must have heard me. Puts two more on the board, brings it back within two scores, 21-15, 43 seconds to go.
Grimshaw really trying to play hard in the paint. Let's see if the Raiders can set their feet, maybe get a charge on her, maybe think twice about that in the second half.
Emma Meadows had a month of Sundays there to get that three-pointer off. Just a little bit too much mustard on that one. Can't quite gain it up either. And so with 32.5 seconds to go, Alcona takes it back over. Crossing the timeline, Grayson Tracy working against Hannah Miller. Inside to Hannah Renchensky, gets it taken away. None other than Miss Schaefer taking it back up the court.
Nice dump down over the top. Oh, just got to hit that off the glass.
Kemp not able to get the good angle there. Rockets past Renchensky there, and it will be Raider ball with about 6 seconds to go.
Good hustle by Kemp, and another good decision to not touch that ball and just let it roll out of bounds.
Letting the clock run there for a moment. Kemp taking it all
nice
the way.
Give and go.
Just 2 points in time before the buzzer expires. Back to an 8-point lead. The Raiders looking good so far in this game, putting up 23 points in the first half, leading by 8. Good complete performance we've seen from them so far. So we'll be breaking down some things here as we go into our halftime show sponsored by Bingham Insurance. So we'll throw them up here on our advertiser list and come back in a couple of minutes with our Bingham Insurance halftime show. Stay tuned, everybody.
Small business owner, you learn to wear a lot of hats. The custodian hat, the IT hat, and well, you should have called a professional hat. Auto Owners takes care of your business insurance, so you can take care of everything else. That's simple human sense.
Ask Bingham Insurance Services in Charlevoix if auto owners make sense for you.
Now's the time to fly from your Northern Michigan hometown Cherry Capital Airport. TVC. TVC Airport will get you to your dream destination anywhere in the world. Visit tvcairport.com now.
Located in Charlevoix, Michigan, is Martin Concrete, where they specialize in residential concrete construction, providing high-quality concrete work and guaranteeing customer satisfaction. They're proud to serve Charlevoix and the surrounding areas. No job is too big or too small for Martin Concrete, with services ranging from concrete slabs, footings, driveways, retaining walls, and much more. There's nothing that Martin Concrete can't do regarding concrete. That's Martin Concrete, online at martinconcretecharlevoix.com or give them a call at 231-838-9610.
Charlevoix State Bank was founded in 1994 to provide exceptional local service to our northern Michigan community. With 6 locations in Charlevoix, East Jordan, Boyne City, Ellsworth, and Beaver Island, we're here to make banking easy right here in your neck of the woods with people you know. Charlevoix State Bank believes in the positive lessons of high school athletics and is a proud sponsor of tonight's game.
Now's the time to fly from your northern Michigan hometown Cherry Capital Airport. TVC. TVC Airport will get you to your dream destination anywhere in the world.
Unique gifts, home accessories, wedding items, and so offers so many things to make your home. With unique gifts, home accessories, wedding items, and so much more. The Lake House on Bridge Street offers so many things to make your home or even your visit to Charlevoix that much more special. When you want beautiful items that reflect Charlevoix the beautiful, stop in or visit them online at thelakehousecharlevoix.com for your own keepsake and your own personal memory of Charlevoix.
Located in Charlevoix, Michigan, is Martin Concrete, where they specialize in residential concrete construction, providing high-quality concrete work and guaranteeing customer satisfaction. They're proud to serve Charlevoix and the surrounding areas. No job is too big or too small for Martin Concrete, with services ranging from concrete slabs, footings, driveways, retaining walls, and much more. There's nothing that Martin Concrete can't do regarding concrete. That's Martin Concrete, online at martinconcretecharlevoix.com or give them a call at 231-838-9610.
Now's the time to fly from your northern Michigan hometown Cherry Capital Airport. TVC. TVC Airport will get you to your dream destination anywhere in the world. Visit tvcairport.com now.
All right, everybody, welcome into our Bingham Insurance halftime show. Shane Smith, Charles Strail, Eric Huffman bringing this one to you live from Charlevoix. We got about 6 minutes to go until the beginning of your second half of action. The Raiders are up nicely at the moment by 8 points, 23-15. If the game were to end right now, this would already be their second highest point total this season. So, Eric, we've got the coach's cam here as well. You've got some things drawn up. We'll switch that camera view over, and we'll talk about what you've got here for us.
Well, we'll just go over one play, kind of on the offensive end, where we're talking about with Alcona's 2-3 zone to try to get the ball inside a little more instead of settling for outside shots. And a nice give and go there just before the halftime, though. So basically just a 1-4 setup against a 2-3 zone. And what you're going to do is just you're going to end up with what we call is overloading the zone. So if the guard wants to dribble over or pass it over here, either way, and then they bring the ball down, you're going to have this player want to come over here. This guard then ends up being over here. This one slides over. These two offensive players, this one will drop down. When they get the ball here, they can slide down. If this one's going to play behind, they got to pass here. Or this player is then going to slide over here. And then you've got an option on the block, an option on the elbow, an option in the corner, and one here. And what you've done is overloaded the zone. You have you have 3 defenders taking care of 4 players. And I talked about it in the first half. 2 quick passes will open up a nice shot inside, and you're going to end up with a pass either down on the block or up on the elbow open, or they're going to cheat down. You can do a give and go. You can either pass it in and get it back. And you've also got a backside rebounder from this person coming in to get your rebound. Now, again, like in the first half, you don't want to get caught under the basket looking for a rebound, especially when the shots come from here. You got to set up outside where you can see the glass and everything in front of you So you're going to set up right up about here and then jumping up at your target and the ball, trying to high point that, get that, and then look to get your outlet and go the other way.
All right, so while we have that analysis here, we also want to bring in some stats from the first half as well in terms of scoring, in terms of, you know, pretty clean game so far. We have not seen any trips to the free throw line other than 1 or 2 that I can recall. So it's been a pretty quick, fast-paced, clean game overall between these two teams.
You know, Alcona's got, what, 15 points, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They've shot 9 of those, 9 free throws in the first half, and made 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 of those. So 6 out of 9. 66%, I mean, not too bad. Obviously, you want that a little better, but they've been able to shoot free throws. Charlevoix hasn't shot a free throw yet. And you've got, let's see, who's your leading scorers? You've got Maggie Schaefer with 6, Ayla Kemp with 6, Emma Meadows with 5, Cordelia Cunningham with 4, and Taryn Carey with 2. So nice spread out, too, offense. And the only thing you got to look out for is Sarah Wiglandowski with 3 fouls. So you got to be careful. And she's the one that's been guarding Eliana Grimshaw from Alcona, and obviously Grimshaw shot 2, 4, 6 free throws in the first half. And what Grimshaw started to do towards the end of that half is when she's getting the ball inside, just kind of playing bully ball and looking for that foul, because they have, the officials have been ready to call that foul when the touching started.
And we do have an update we want to share on behalf of the Charlevoix varsity wrestlers tonight. Their grapplers are in action tonight versus Cedar Springs. They're currently down 24-15. And Cedar Springs is, I believe, Division or Class B. So the Raiders are punching above their weight class currently, and they're down 24-15 in the wrestling match against Cedar Springs. So there's an update for you. We want to give a shout-out to head football coach Don Jess for providing that wrestling update.
Awesome. Very nice.
Don, if you're watching, you probably got us on split screen right now. Appreciate that. He's got one computer on the NFHS and his TV watching us here. So anyway, thank you for providing us that update on how the Raider wrestlers are doing tonight in action down in Cadillac versus Cedar Springs.
And of course, we want to thank you for all your service that you put in as the varsity coach of our very, very well put through program every single year. Our varsity football program doing an excellent job year in and year out representing the city of Charlevoix and putting great kids through as they continue to have great success. Eric, do we have any comments here that you were pulling up?
I don't see any yet. No, I was just refreshing my screen to see if we had any comments on the YouTube line yet.
So we've got just about a minute to go, ladies and gentlemen, until the second half begins. Once again, the Raiders hold a nice 8-point lead. And again, their second highest point tally so far this season. And they've scored all that before the half. So great to see these girls coming together. Looking to get their first win of the season. Both teams are. Alcona came into this one 0-5, Charlevoix 0-4. But before we get into our second half here, we want to thank our halftime sponsor today, Bingham Insurance. Running a small business can be risky, and Charles knows all about that, owning Next Level Broadcasting. But one thing you can't leave to chance is your insurance coverage. Bingham Insurance wants to help keep you covered from the unexpected from happening. That's Bingham Insurance Company representing Auto Owners Insurance of Charlevoix. All right, so as we get the clocks switched back around here, a fresh 8 minutes put up on the board for us as we begin our third chapter in this game. These girls have been doing a lot of good so far, and we'd like to continue to see that as they go into their second half, again with a healthy 8-point lead. Charlevoix to begin the half with the ball. There we are. Things switched around for you, ladies and gentlemen, watching at home. And here we go. Quick foul already.
Yeah, bad position on the rebound. Didn't need to foul.
Tiger foul 3, Tracy. Her first team's first quarter at the line.
So that'll come against Riley Tracy there, her team's first so far. Man, of course, Miss Ayla Kemp, yep, drilling her first in. Tell you what, we could be calling the Masters right now.
Golf clap.
A nice stroke there.
Travel.
Just missed the cup by a little.
You had 2 Alcona players both grabbing the ball. I'm assuming it should be a call to travel. But we'll meet the minds again and try to figure it out.
We are about the only 2 people making a sound in this entire gymnasium right now. What a weird feeling it is. Well, it will.
And it'll be Alcona ball.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Hey, that's why I'm up in the mezzanine, apparently.
There we go.
Oh, I thought she was going to go to the other basket.
You know, we were talking about that earlier.
Yeah, we were at halftime, weren't we? Don't reach. Don't reach.
Grayson Tracy there. The flop by Schaefer not picked up by the refs, so it'll be Lauren Travis passing it off to Tracy once again.
Yeah, with your traps, it's about moving your feet, not your hands.
Oh, near
nice rebound
there by Summers.
Yeah, you don't need to foul 85 feet from the other basket.
So that'll go. Lauren Travis.
Lauren Travis, yep.
Very inopportune time for a yawn. Yeah, Schaefer works her way, trying to get something off here. Finds Emma Meadows, and that'll bounce around and going back the other way.
Yeah, they didn't really get an offensive set started. They had already started making their passes before the 2 low players had really gone into their swing or whatever they were trying to do, going from one side to the other.
Grayson Tracy finding a lot of trouble here with Hannah Miller, trying to get past the quarter court. Finally gets it up there to Eliana Grimshaw. And there was... There he
Lauren
is,
Travis.
Lauren Travis.
Yep.
6:50 to go here in the 3rd period. Miller to Schaefer, back to Miller we go.
Yeah, you're not going to get that lob pass over the top. She's setting up for the lob pass, but you've got help in the middle. She's just going to slide right down there and knock that away. You've got to get in front of that.
Weiglandowski having a bit of a rough game so far. 3 fouls on her tally. Just seemed to be a little bit out of sorts, just like I am right now in this very quiet atmosphere. As Claire Summers gets that one stolen there by Weiglandowski, will be a jump ball favoring the Tigers. Rar. They are great. I'm trying. 6:21 to go here in the 3rd period. Not able to get the shot up and away there was Grimshaw, but the putback made it in.
Yeah, unless you're going to put a body on her and start playing physical with her, she's going to keep bodying you back and go up strong, and again, looking for fouls, too.
Yeah.
Nice find.
There's Weiglandowski. Just what the Raiders needed. Alcona was starting to close in a little bit there. Brought it back within 5 points. Raiders extend to a 7-point lead, and we have a foul coming up on Kemp, her first. Right directly under our feet was Riley Tracy, getting this one off to Grimshaw, working the baseline, gets the Tiger bounce.
Again, he gave her the easy pass down there, and she couldn't do anything because she's got 3 fouls. She had to let her go on by.
26-21, the laser put in by Schaefer.
Yes.
Wow.
That was a dart. That was either going in or going to bounce way off.
Amazing how those find their way into the basket, but
yeah, right here. Get a double team pass half court. Oh!
Raiders back up 7, 28-21, 5:22 in the 3rd. Up and away, off the glass. There you go. Claire Summers for a big 3.
Bank open for 3 on that one?
Yeah. 28-24.
Timeout?
Yeah. Coach Kepke there said, all right, girls, let's take a moment to talk about this. They were leading by 8 going into the half. Now shaved down a little bit to a 4-point game. So with that, we'll take a moment to thank Charlevoix State Bank. During a time of mergers, acquisitions, and name changes, the founders of Charlevoix State Bank saw a need for a truly local bank focused on our community and strong customer relationships. Those values continue to drive us today as we support high school athletics through our support of tonight's game. All right, so if you're Coach Kepke right now, you kind of see this lead closing up a little bit. Alcona's starting to make a bit of a comeback, back within 4 points. They've been finding some good offensive rhythm lately. What are you going to tell the girls?
We're making it too easy for them, is
Okay.
basically what I'm going to tell them. We're making it too easy. We need to, especially with Grimshaw, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 13 points tonight, and 4 in this period so far. And what we've been doing is playing behind her and letting her get the ball too easy in the paint. You need to front her or put some type of body on her. Don't let her have anything easy down there. And if you're going to front her, you'll have backside help. You should have some type of help. But Alcona's going the way of Grimshaw. So if you can slow her down and get in her head a little bit, then things could be in a little bit of your favor. But you've also lost a little bit of your energy, too.
Yeah. Five points scored here for the Raiders, 9 so far for the Tigers.
They had a backside cut, and they didn't let it develop. Oh, it was almost there.
Schaefer to our nameless number 20. Unfortunately, we don't have her. We're going to look on the JV side here. And we don't have a 20 there either. So, do apologize. Not able to give her credit where credit's due, but Schaefer nearly lasers one in from the three-point land of the same caliber shot there.
She's consistent. Give her that.
4:45 to go in the third period. Alcona still hanging in there.
Charlevoix got lucky. They had 3 girls in almost the same spot. Way to pick a side.
Steal by Schaefer, and the 2 points added on by Kemp.
Good job by Kemp picking a side to use the glass.
Inside to Grimshaw once again.
Too easy again.
Yeah.
If I were Alcona, I would just set her on the block. Again, she'd be the get from the cow that's giving milk player right now. I'd just be dumping it down to her until they decide to stop it.
30-26. Alcona still hanging around with Charlevoix here. 4 points only separate the two teams. Schaefer back to Kemp, and 4 minutes to go in the third. Aaron pass by Brown there. Foul coming up. And that'll go against Anna Kemp for her second. Grayson Tracy with it here once again. Pass up court to Summers. Just off the iron there. Back in the hands of Miller and the Raiders. Dumping that one off to Kemp here. 3:40 to go. Schaefer wanted to take a shot from that same spot again. Brown with it now, working her way around the arc.
Re-space.
Yeah.
Get set.
Why not? Another
Well,
long
if they're going to let her step in like that, I'd let her shoot.
Yeah, and that will be blue ball coming up. Back into the game now is 13. Brooklyn Schwanke replacing Hannah Miller. Okay. Alcona here looking to narrow this lead that Charlevoix has all the more. Grimshaw in good position. Not able to get the lucky bounce. Gets her a rebound off the glass. No good. There on the shot again. Grayson Tracy. Once again a miss there. And we have a jump ball coming up. Possession arrow favoring Charlevoix.
Again, just setting up down there, letting Grimshaw get it. Fortunately that she didn't score that time. They had a couple opportunities at him.
I think I heard a church mouse squeaking there under the far side
and
bleachers.
even if you need to, take your biggest bully and just front her with them.
Oh, well, speaking of bully and playing good bully ball, that was there, Alcona.
Ooh, let her a little too much.
Yep. That was Lauren Travis with the big steal, just not able to capitalize that the rest of the team. Yeah, and coming back in, Emma Meadows now, as well as Cordelia Cunningham. Cordelia, number 12 there. Okay, both teams scoreless in the last about minute and a half now. Schaefer to Cunningham. That one got broken up once again by Travis.
They are getting able to leak Emma Meadows behind the lower players on that zone again. So if they keep their heads up, she's being able to sneak inside, or they're watching her this time. But now see, they're cheating up. if they put another guard up on that wing, 20 will go up and cheat up on her just like they are right now.
Man.
And instead of throwing that pass, you can dump it down to Meadows and have her take Grimshaw up, at least get a foul on her.
3 times in the exact same spot. Travis has provided to be quite the nuisance for the Raiders. Playing an excellent job there defensively for Alcona so far. Schaefer, though, left unattended, floats it up, not able to connect. Yeah, and Travis there fighting for the possession. Let's go of it momentarily. A scrum on the floor. Bodies all over the place. Cordelia Cunningham with it. Now to Meadows. No good. Just short on the 3 ball.
I always look to see how many people get on the floor.
And there's Grimshaw back to a 2-point game.
Who wants the ball more?
Right now, Travis and Grimshaw. Raiders had an 8-point lead to begin the half. Well, more of this period. Now down to 2.
Got 8 this period.
Yeah. Minute 40 in closing here. Raiders in no hurry, looking for a good setup.
You know, like that 1-4 I had drawn up when we had the moment. If you put those 2, one on each elbow, that Grimshaw there at the free throw line is not going to know what to do because she's going to be stuck in the middle. So she's going to shade over to one or the other. And if you've got if you set up the good passing angle, you've got a nice inside pass to the other girl on the other elbow, and you're looking to attack the middle with Grimshaw supposed to be playing the middle defense.
Well, we've got Schaefer commanding things once again here. 1:25 to go. The pace of this game has settled right down.
You need to get a little movement right now. It's a dribble contest, and the 2 guards are just running in circles.
And that'll go against Cordelia Cunningham here. Her 2nd foul, team's 3rd so far. Eric, I got to tell you, this pace of play, if you were a girls coach, which you were for a number of years, would probably be making your blood boil a little bit. You're always of the mindset 10 seconds or less,
We've
right?
talked about my philosophy a couple of times. Yes, as that was an air ball. Yeah, pace of play for me, obviously we were able to adjust, but our normal pace of play was at least 20 shots a period. Whether it was the boys team or the girls team. The girls team, I think we ended up, we would get up sometimes 100 or more shots a game. And it's not just any shot, it's getting a good shot. But we also don't play for the absolute best shot. Oh, that should have been a travel there. They let it go.
Well, instead that'll be a foul coming up on Brooklyn Schwenke.
So let's...
Her first, team's 4th.
Getting 2 shots. I don't know where the 2... okay. Nice free throw.
Coach Huffman, a little...
So anyway, while the free throws are going on, yeah, we pressed all the time. Full court, half court, trapped at quarter court. We were up and down. When we were able to, we only ran offense when nothing else worked.
Oh, yeah, all right. That's interesting. You don't hear that too often.
But we also have plenty of offense because obviously that your plan doesn't obviously work all the time.
Right. Schaefer going around the top here. 17 seconds to go before this 3rd quarter comes to a close. And she'll laser up another 3. That one falls just under the basket. So it'll be 7.5 seconds left for Alcona to try and take the lead for the first time since the first period.
Yeah, for me it was at least 20 shots a period, 20 good shots a period, and then if you add in free throws and extra points for 3s, on average, on an average game, you're making about a point a shot. And so anybody out there on YouTube were wondering, okay, does that mean they scored 80-some points a game even with the girls? Yes, we scored 80 points a game a lot of the time. We could play in the 30s and 40s if we needed to, but most of the time it wasn't fun and gun, but it was run. Run.
All right, well, we will keep it here, ladies and gentlemen, and we will thank a couple more of our sponsors. First up, we've got Traverse City, Cherry Capital Airport. Traverse City Cherry Capital Airport is your gateway to Northern Michigan, and now is the time to fly TVC. TVC Airport will also get you to your dream destination anywhere in the world with 6 airlines: Allegiant, American, Novello, Delta, Sun Country, and United. To plan your next getaway today, visit tvcairport.com. And we'll thank Martin Concrete. Martin Concrete, located in Charlevoix, specializes in residential concrete construction. They provide prompt, high-quality concrete work and guarantee customer satisfaction. No job for them is too big or too small, and their long list of services include foundations, driveways, patios, sidewalks, and so much more. For the company that is proud to serve Charlevoix and the surrounding area, call Martin Concrete at 231-838-9610 or visit them online at martinconcrete.com.
I was playing air guitar through that whole read.
I saw that, yeah. Out of the corner of my eye, I'm like, well, Eric's having some fun.
Yeah. Hey, we're watching basketball. It's always fun.
That's right. Alcona here to begin things off in the final period of the game. Grimshaw, none other outs there, putting up 2 points and taking the lead for the Tigers.
Yeah, 10 points in the second half for her. 7 by the rest of the team.
Wow. Raiders have a Grimshaw problem right now. As Anna Kemp, they're loaded for Bear, trying to take that 3-point. Instead, thought better of it, got it off to Schaefer. One could say loaded for Tiger here in this case, I guess.
Oh, they had the overload, too. Oh, they got away from it.
Waglendowski
nice look inside,
there.
nice shot.
Right where she needed to be, delivers 2 more, gets the Raiders tied back up 32 apiece. Grimshaw once again fighting against Waglendowski, not able to get that one to fall in. And that'll be White Charlevoix ball.
Again, what are they doing? They're coming down to the right side, and what's the first thing they do? They're dumping it down to Grimshaw. You get Waglendowski just to turn around and just go up and fight through her and get in the front of her. That, number one, that pass goes away, or they throw it right to you. And again, you've got backside help if they try to complete that.
Anna Kemp got that one knocked away there momentarily. We've got a travel. First time we've seen that all game long, coming up against Claire Summers.
Pack her bags.
She's traveling.
Attaboy.
That's right. Traverse City Cherry Capital Airport.
Yep.
Take care of all your traveling
That's
needs, ladies and
right.
gentlemen. Oh, boy. Well, we've got Hannah Miller here once again, off to Schaefer. The Raiders had a comfortable lead right down to a tie ball game now, 32 apiece, trying to get their first win of the season. Well, that's both teams for this matter.
Ooh, don't pick up your dribble unless you know what you're doing.
Miller back to Schaefer.
Ooh, behind the back dribble.
Star freshman here, putting up a lot of numbers for Charlevoix so far. Waglendowski gets that one stolen away. Instead, it'll be a jump ball. Possession arrow still with the Raiders.
Yeah, the issue is you had pretty much 4 out, 1 in, and when she got the ball, she tried to go 5-on-1 and through the paint.
There we go. And Waglendowski takes the lead.
Nice
for
late
Charlevoix.
find for the Buckets.
Meadows there up against the clock. Found Waglendowski just in the nick of time. Summers into none other than Grimshaw, and we've got a tie ball game again. Hey, this is getting kind of fun down the stretch. 34 apiece. 5:50 to go. And who else? Travis knocks it away again. Yeah, Taryn Carey, number 24 there on your screen, checks in. The pass to Hannah Miller there, broken up momentarily. Meadows regains it, puts up the 3. Why not? Just a little bit long. And Grimshaw comes away with it once again. It's a Grimshaw-Travis show right now for the Tigers. But I tell you what, Summers putting in a lot of work too so far, especially in the second half. She puts up a big 3, just a little bit off the mark there. Travis tried to get it. Miller wins the battle and back the other way for the Raiders.
Don't need to force it. Ooh, and let's not just leave it out there either.
Schaefer there to pick it up, floats it and gets it in.
That's one of those no, 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 yes type shots.
That'll make you feel good. Raiders here hanging on. 2-point lead, 36-34.
Look at the help on the defense down on the post. Good job by Schaefer.
Schaefer doing everything right
Go
now.
up strong with
got the steal from
should have gone with the
Grimshaw.
left hand. Might have got a body on that.
Just not able to connect there. Still poking, providing to be pesky against Summers. And back to Grimshaw. Schaefer battling again. Another
Yes,
jump
let's
ball.
give some credit to Maggie Schaefer for the last minute and a half. Sometimes you can just tell on an athlete's face, even if they're walking to the sideline for a timeout, if they are engaged in the game or not, and Maggie Schaefer is engaged in the game.
Well, we've got one last bill to pay for, and then we're all set. And this one is a favorite of Eric's. We've got the Lake House. From the moment you walk into the Lake House, the essence of easy living and life on the water shines through. Now, for unique gifts, including wedding, home accessories, and furry friend items, our assortment of gifts and home decor is perfect for your home, cottage, or boat. Come visit the Lake House to commemorate your visit to one of Michigan's premier resort destinations. They are located at 403 Bridge Street, or visit them online at thelakehouseCharlevoix.com. Well, there we are.
All the bills are paid?
They are.
Beautiful.
Charles is
Yeah,
happy.
great. I mentioned it last night, too. A great job, or a great time downtown last week for Ladies' Night last Saturday.
Yeah.
All downtown was fun to be around.
And you've got some good deals right now from all the holidays there if anybody's looking for some last-minute Christmas gifts.
Oh, yeah. I think the one post one of my girls, one of my college kids took over social media for us for the wintertime while they're home. Yeah, I decided to play Santa and put all of our Christmas half off the other day.
Very nice. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. If you're looking for a last-minute Christmas gift idea, shop local. Say the Lake House. Yeah, Schaefer gets another
don't forget
takeaway.
gift local still going on downtown until Christmas Eve.
Schaefer got 2 rebounds there, got that last one knocked away by Tracy. And the crowd becomes a little bit more excited. So do the girls on the court here. 2-point game for just over 4 minutes to go.
And lots of timeouts.
That's right.
Stepped on the line. Oh, gave him the travel.
Boy, that was a tough spot there for Riley Tracy to be in. Yeah, and Piper Whitefield comes back in for the game now. Number 10 on your screen for Alcona. Boy, I do not wish to have their drive back home at this hour on a school day tomorrow.
No thanks.
Yes, Hannah Miller takes that one all the way.
Nice take, getting a foul. Right at Grimshaw, going to get a foul.
So that'll be her second. Team's first so far in this period.
And only her second. Meaning there should be more.
Okay.
Nice free throw. First point of the night for Hannah Miller, I believe.
Okay. Well, makes it a 3-point game. So that always helps, 37-34. Yeah, it's Grayson Tracy here. Works her way to the sideline, working hard against Anna Kemp. Gets it off to Grimshaw, back to Tracy we go. Yeah, and Raiders keeping things out of the paint, that's for sure at the moment. Grimshaw not able to score here in recent moments either.
Yep.
She
Good double down by Schaefer again, making sure that Grimshaw had to pass it.
A good knock away by none other than
She needs to take her up strong because she's out of position.
All the way,
even
not
though it
able
didn't
to
go
connect.
in, that was the right decision.
Anna Kemp there on the rebound, and a mess here on the floor. We've got a jump ball, but still with the Raiders.
Especially with the lead, yeah. If you got an open shot, obviously you want to take, but don't force it. Set up the offense, make sure you get something good.
Time is of the essence for both teams, for Alcona to try and claw their way back into this game. Only down 3 for Charlevoix to try and extend their lead and ice away the first win of the season.
The hard part with weaving against the zone on an inbounds play is nobody moves.
And we'll have a foul coming up on Hannah Miller, her second now. Both teams with a foul apiece here with 3 minutes and 10 seconds to go in the game. Claire Summers. Back to Whitefield. Inside now to Rinchensky. And we'll have another whistle, double dribble. Yes,
yeah,
indeed.
see, get the ball on the other side away from Grimshaw, and good things will happen for you.
All right, good time here for the Raiders to try and use up some clock. Kemp to Miller.
Good chance to get up 2 possessions.
Yeah. Miller working her way and gets that blocked by Grimshaw. And another good fight down there right under the basket. And that was Taryn Carey. Jump ball favoring Alcona.
I know Miller was trying to look for the foul, but if she stops short corner and either gets that shot off or brings Grimshaw out, then she's got a dump-off pass underneath.
Summers with it now, inside to Grimshaw. And that one.
Again, good help by Schaefer. She ended up having to throw it out to the wing, and nobody was there.
Yeah.
.21 points for Grimshaw tonight so far.
Wow. Yeah, she's fought for all those 21 points.
21 of the 34.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is why Alcona's been struggling so far this season. Yeah, and,
yep. Gonna get the, even if you had a hand on the ball from you reaching from behind, you're giving them every reason to call it. And that's 3 on her. Obviously, the 2 minutes left shouldn't matter.
So far, she and Weglandowski, the only players with 3 points, if I see your notes correctly there.
3 fouls?
Or 3 fouls, yeah, that's what I meant.
Yes, sir. Looks like a timeout.
Yep, fouls, points, all the same thing, right?
Yeah.
Well, bring back the mind of Coach Huffman here. You've got just about 2 minutes left to go. You're up by 3. What are we going to try and do? As we bring on the coach cam. If you're Coach Kepke, what are you drawing up on the board?
Again, I just want to be patient. And if they're going to go 2-3 zone, still, I'm going to, and it's not too early, and even with a 3-point lead, I'm going to go ahead and pull out my 50. And I'm just going to stand out here and dribble the ball until people guard me, and then we're gonna pass and replace and weave, drive, pass and replace, bring it back to the middle, replace, and bring them out of that zone, make them play man-to-man. And once they come out and play man, then you've got drives to the basket or you've got to drive and dish. But let's pull them out of that zone. And if they're just going to stand there in zone, I'm going to stand by half court and just let the clock run.
Yeah. All right, so with that, the clock is running now. Just about 2 minutes to go in the game. Alcona with the possession here at the moment. And that's Renchensky getting 2 on the board. 1 point
First
game.
2 of the night. That right block's been the hot spot tonight.
37-36. Boy, you don't get any closer than that.
I am very surprised that Grimshaw is on the bench. I know she's played most of the game, but you've got 1:40 left and you're down a point. And she's got 21 points.
They might be bringing her in here quite sudden. We'll have to see. Emma Meadows here with the ball currently. Again, wearing down that clock, less than 90 seconds to go in the game.
Yeah, take your 3 and just pull them all the way back to half court. Put 1 in each corner. Make them pull out of that zone. Bring it all the way back. You don't even need to be in the paint. You don't even need to be over there. Miss Schaefer going to pull it back a little bit.
Yeah, and there we go. The foul coming up on Whitefield. And a lot of, her first team second. A lot of fouls left to give here for either team before they go up to the free throw line. So we'll be taking a timeout here with the Tigers.
Yeah, and again, you saw with that play when I talked about doing that 50 or the 5 out when you've got them just all around the perimeter. You can see when Charlevoix would get a rebound and try to reset, they're still almost in that offensive zone, almost that compact quarter court and helping out that zone instead of pulling everything all the way out. Put the one girl at half court, put another girl almost to the one corner at half court, no, at the other corner, and then put a girl in the down low corner and then the opposite corner there. And you're going to make them come out of that zone and then just look to attack. And especially if Maggie Schaefer's got the ball the way she's played tonight, she could go one-on-one, and she's either going to have a wide-open layup or defense is going to have to come help and stop you, and then you've got to dump off for a short corner or possibly down on the opposite block. But you can't just pack it in and try to run your regular offense against the zone when you're up 1 point. Bring them out, spread the floor, and take what they give you.
All right.
Coach should be letting his players know how many timeouts there are. So if you get caught in a double team or caught down in a corner or about to go out of bounds, know that you have timeouts left to make sure that you can call one.
And here we go, 68 seconds to go in the game. Meadows puts up 2 when we needed them. Back to a 3-point game, 39-36. A little more breathing room for the Raiders. Pass to Summers inside to Grimshaw, and she connects for 2 more.
They tried to double her. That was just a good pass over the top of Schaefer.
44 seconds to go. Ooh. Grimshaw breaks things up. Raiders need a big defensive stop here.
Yeah, they're going to get a push off. Yep. Yeah, on the other end, coming down on offense, she needed to have that defender commit to one or the other. Either they're looking to stop where the pass they think is going to go, or they're coming to stop the ball. But she was playing in the middle, and we helped her out by just trying to lob that ball over.
So that'll be the first on Maggie Schaefer all night long. 36 seconds to go. Alcona with a fresh shot here at the basket. Only down 1 point, 39-38. But it'll be a turnover back to the Raiders.
I don't know what Coach has for timeouts left, but I might want to use one and set up the last 31 seconds. Should have a nice out-of-bounds play set up.
Riley Tracy coming back into the game, and an immediate foul here on Alcona. And that was Riley Tracy.
Alcona foul 3 to Tracy. Her second, team's third.
So that'll be her second, team's third. Each team with 3 fouls apiece.
And Alcona being behind, they should be going for the steal. Obviously, you don't being behind, you're just going to let the clock run out, so you got to go for the steal. And if not, you've got to at least foul because you don't have enough fouls to be shooting free throws yet either.
Okay.
He, the one official is over on the side. He needed to get in his position over here.
So with play beginning, Alcona wins yet again. Ball's loose, picked back up yet again by Grayson Tracy. Now to Travis, and we have a timeout called by Coach Charbonneau of Alcona. So
she got all of that timeout.
Okay, so we're going to bring Charles in now for a few words.
She got all 60 seconds of that full timeout there. But I will credit her tenacity because it wasn't going to be rewarded unless she got out to the volleyball line on the court.
And I will credit the official for having a level head on that too.
Yeah,
she was pretty animated getting that timeout. And out on the court, stepping on the court is usually
a technical.
You got it.
Well, is it a technical or is it a bench warning?
Well, I guess let's go with the discretion of the official.
Right. So
I mean, I've had games coaching in the past where the first thing I've said's got me a technical 3 minutes into the game.
So if you're Alcona right now, what are you trying to draw up? Obviously, you want something down low, but I mean, you got to go to your big time player here.
Well, all they've done is set her up on the offensive block or on the right block. What I would do possibly just to change it up was just have her set up on the opposite side and have somebody go set a screen for her, because depending on your defender, you might end up with a mismatch if you can screen the big that's defending her to start. You might end up with a guard on her.
Okay, with 22.5 seconds to go. Alcona with the ball here, only down 1 point. Grimshaw in control, the biggest contributor so far to their cause.
Yep, you got to front everything. Front everything.
Summers working awfully close there, gets it to Grimshaw. First block by the Raiders. Kemp comes away with it, 10 seconds to go, and there's a foul.
Still going to be ball out of bounds. You got to have a nice out of bounds play. Does coach have timeouts left?
So that'll come up against Riley Tracy, her third, team's fourth. And that'll be the final foul, sending Charlevoix up to the free throw line. So that'll go against Grayson Tracy, her second. Anna Kemp up to the line now. Excuse me, Ayla Kemp, and her older sister. Apologize there.
Even if you just do something simple like on the side out of bounds play, just have 2 players up on the offensive side, 2 people on the defensive side. Just set a screen for each other to get one open, get that ball in bounds. Nice.
Beautiful. Just what the doctor ordered here. Ayla Kemp, one more free throw needed to make it a must-have 3 to send the game into overtime. Does so beautifully. And we've got a timeout called by Coach Charbonneau. All right, so if you're Coach Charbonneau here with Alcona, you've got 8 seconds left to go. What's the play you're going to draw up to put them in position to send this game into overtime?
I would, because of what I believe would be the mentality of this game, I would probably do something with, you got enough time to go down and dump it down to Grimshaw and have some type of kick out, because they're probably going to be thinking about Grimshaw looking to go up and get possibly an and one. So when they double down on her, that's going to leave somebody open on the outside. So if you got your best 3-point shooter or a decent one on the same side, you can get a dump down and a kick out for your 3-pointer. You got plenty of time to do it.
Okay.
Otherwise, put a guard on one wing, put a player on the elbow and on the block, pass it to this side, and have somebody else on the opposite wing against the zone, and you're setting a double screen and lobbing it over the top for a wide open shot.
3 seconds to go. Put up by Travis, not able to make it fall in, and so the Raiders come away with their first win of the season. Alcona fighting hard here, heartbroken, and a 3.41-38 loss. Boy.
Yeah, good job by Charlevoix. They decided to go and put pressure up and not let them just bring it down the floor and look at everything. So good call by coach coming out of that.
Tough game for Alcona, but boy, they've got some promise there, especially with Miss Eliana Grimshaw, Grayson Tracy, Claire Summers. Good players are on that team, just not able to quite put together a win so far this season.
Yeah, I can try to go down here and get you some point totals for Charlevoix real quick. Hannah Miller with 1, Emma Meadows with 7, Cunningham with 4, Kemp 2, 4, 6, 8, 11, Maggie Schaefer with 10, Taryn Carey with 2, and Waglandowski with 6.
All right. So, Charles, any final words before we call it a game, or are we all set? All right, he's telling us to can it for the night. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, we want to thank you all so much for tuning in to what was a pretty entertaining game. The Raiders come away with the win here just in the nick of time, 41-38.
Maggie Schaefer, my player of the game.
There you go. I'd have to agree. So for the three of us, Eric Huffman, Charles Strail, myself, Shane Smith, thank you all so much for tuning in. Have a great night, and we'll see you again soon.